Campus Tour crew, welcome back, everybody, here on our journey to get a win with every single team in College Football 26, Road to the College Football Playoff game mode. Today, we've got something in front of us here using the Akron Zips. Really struggled in real life this past year, especially, I believe they didn't score a point through their first three games. So we'll see how they do in this game. They were requested by Hey Raz here on YouTube. If there's a team you guys want to see on the campus tour, make sure to just leave it down in a comment below. There will be a pinned comment showing every team we have done, every team we currently have scheduled, and every team still available to request. There's 15 to choose from. See one you want to see. Make sure to let me know about it, or else I'm just going to end up picking. So, Akron. And also, actually, before we even get into this, not only are we using Akron, we are using them for the first round of our Heisman Division playoffs. We just finished off an 11-1 season. Shout out Coastal Carolina. You'll always have a special place in my heart after taking down Indiana like that. Our one loss with Georgia against Alabama, pretty heartbreaker, but it was a pretty exciting get back there in overtime against the Hoosiers. So 11-1 on the season. First round of the playoffs, the Akron Zips. This will be interesting. Now, I will say though, in the playoffs, they definitely you can't search by tier, but I think it just built in however they coded the matchmaking. In the playoffs, it's essentially gonna search us by tier. I think every playoff game we have played has been a team in the same tier as us. And really, I don't expect that to change here. At least I certainly hope not. The Akron, of course, going to be a tier 5 team. So at quarterback right away, I am considering making this change to get the 87 speed Michael Johnson Jr. I do want to check their throwing stats here. If it's real, okay, never mind. 69, 68, 65 for his accuracies. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep Ben Finley, the real life quarterback. Much better throwing stats. He's going to be a bit of a statue for us back there, but I can't with those accuracies. Halfback, we'll go ahead and keep Sean Patrick here, 76 overall, 90 speed. I did go through and make my changes, so I'll just kind of call them out as we go. First one is going to be at wide receiver. The only thing we moved around here, we moved Mason up to be our wide receiver 2. So our top 3 receivers at least are 89 speed plus, which is better than nothing. I mean, we have two 80 plus overall guys here too, with Polk and Williams hiding down here. We could throw 62 overall, 91 speed speedster Brandon Hills just up at wide receiver 4, but with the overall difference, I think I'd rather keep Polk and Williams out there at wide receiver. Pretty solid tight end, Jake Newell, 50-50, 6'4", 80 speed. Offensive line, not going to be great, but we will try to make do. Defensive line, not going to be great, but we're going to try to make do. Not going to really have any abilities across our defensive line here in this one. Linebackers, we got a 0 overall free safety, Austin Wondolowski sitting in here. I don't believe any of these linebackers are actually going to play. Nope, I lied. I forgot about this guy. Shimon Cooper is actually going to stay in and be one of our sub linebackers. Corner, we're not changing this. Just I don't know who else. Is there anybody else worth really putting in over Elijah Reed? He's only 86 speed, but he is 6'3", and we just don't have a ton of speed elsewhere. So we'll just keep our big boys out there with DeWalt also at 6'2", but he's 89 speed, so I actually really like the looks of him. Behind that, we've got 88 speed, 6 foot tall, 87 speed, 6 foot tall, 87 speed, 5'10". I just don't think we have a much better option than Elijah Reed, so we're going to keep him at corner 1. Free safety, we are moving Flowers up to start at this spot to get a little more speed up there. 87 speed, 6 foot tall. We'll take it. Same thing with strong safety. Damon David is going to be starting up there for us, 6 foot tall, 89 speed. Doing whatever we can to give our defense hopefully some sort of chance here. We can keep Adams at slot receiver. It doesn't make a gigantic difference, or we could just put it to Williams just because he's a little bit better. He's 1 speed faster. Sure, we'll make that Williams. Rush ends, there's really nothing for us to change here. There's just a whole lot of nothing here with these Akron Zips. And then at sub linebacker, we are going to keep Cooper, and then we're going to take our strong safety Justin Anderson, only 85 speed. That's why we don't want him starting up top, but he can come down and play at sub linebacker for us. Then at slot corner, we'll put another 6'3" Ben Kamara in this spot. So all 3 corners we're going to have on the field are going to be 6'3", 6'2", 6'3". We got decent enough speed at safety. hope for the best from the defensive line and take it from there because we're going to need this defense to show up for us. Offensively, we do have a few good formations. We do have trips tight end. We have some trips X nasty. We have some normal Y off. So I'm hoping we'll be able to move the ball at least a little bit, but we're going to need some big plays from this Akron defense. So Heisman Division, we're at 118 and 11 overall. Way better than I ever thought back when we started this back in July. But we're going to play the playoffs with the Akron Zips, CFP first round. Can't search by tier, just going to have to find an opponent, and I'll see you guys on the other side. And our playoff opponent has been found. It took forever, but hey, we're here. We're in a game. Who is Akron going to be going up against? It's somebody's national championship. Okay. And he's Kent State. All right. We actually get a full wagon wheel matchup here between Akron and Kent State for the national championship. We've won a national title with Kent State. I was actually pleasantly surprised by the playbook and their team. We'll see if we can dash this gentleman's hopes, Mr. Diddley. Akron. I mean, this is beautiful. We couldn't. This was worth the wait. It took forever, but to get Akron versus Kent State, it's in the stars. It's just meant to be the beautiful Maction rivalry. Let's see if he's going for what national championship he is going for there. There's the beautiful Akron mascot. I don't remember his name, but it's a pretty sick kangaroo. So Kent State, let's see what we got here. I can't believe it's Akron Kent State. Going for his second national title in upperclassmen, so he is up there a bit. Got the national title, loves to pass the ball. Akron versus Kent State. Gotta love it. Honestly, won't even be upset if we do end up losing this one. Shout out Mr. Diddley. The name's ridiculous, but shout out to you in utilizing Kent State. If we lose, we lose. I'm proud of you. We'll put it that way. So Akron, we are going to be starting with the ball here. We'll just come out in some trips X nasty. He is going to be pressing across the board. I mean, we certainly don't have speed at wide receiver, but cut our way through there. Hold on a second. Patrick. Say they don't have a ton of speed on defense either. And Sean Patrick cuts his way up for a nice opening gain for the Akron Zips. I love to see that. Was he actually in man? He was in a Tampa 2. So yeah, this trips X nasty. Super good formation. High-low cross, high-low dig, quick under, smash, PA cross shot, verticals. A lot of really good stuff in trips X nasty. I know Akron had it last year, and was the reason I actually didn't hate Akron too much. He does like to just press across the board here, huh? It is Tampa 2 again. Oh, I should have just gone to X. We have A. We'll just wait for him to kind of for him to settle right in that spot. We should have had somebody deep there because he was just in Tampa 2, but I had my eyes on A and they were not coming off of him. That's the only spot we were looking. So we'll just go ahead and go with that. First and goal now at the 7. We'll stay in some trips X nasty. I do want to do that delayed fade at some point here, but for now we'll just keep this one a run. Find a gap in here with Mr. Sean Patrick. 3 plays. The Akron Zips. Bing, bang, boom. In for the opening touchdown here. Taking the 7-point lead in the battle of the wagon wheel. Oh, and we're just going empty right out the gate, huh? Okay, we can do... We'll do a little 2-3. We'll be sending a blitzer here. Shaded down, shaded up. We are going to throw some contains. I don't remember the speed, really, of number 12. But the shade down, shade up should take away a seam streak from that from that right side. So the hook curl is then going to stay back at like 12 to 15 yards. And I really don't want to shade just straight underneath. I could throw just a hard flat over on that side. Anderson. Oh, Anderson almost got in there. Maybe we do just shade underneath though. So he's just gone to that same kind of thing a couple of times now, but I feel like it's just trying to set us up for something a little bit deeper here. Just switch on this and come take this away. Get over there. Switched up to the deep blue was a risky move because we almost gave up something pretty bad there. But it actually worked out all right for us. We almost ended up with that interception. Let's just do kind of a standard cover 4 drop here. I'm going to keep our contains. Should I be guessing pass? Probably. With all the hot routes and stuff he's doing, we can for sure guess pass here. And again, just going quick underneath. Gotta get a big hit on him. Gotta get a big hit on him. Going back, hurry up. Let's just shade underneath again here. And then we just got to be able to try to switch stick our way around. See, that's why we didn't guess pass. Still, ball? Did that ball come out? 100% challenge that if you're Kent State, if you can. But if that ball came out, and it is our ball, we're a happy boy. We'd be a very, very happy boy. He doesn't seem to be challenging it. Let's see. The booth might just challenge that one for him, to be honest. We'll stay in some trips X nasty, go with a little high-low dig. Are they not? This isn't getting challenged, huh? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, let's just go ahead. We got RB right in that little window there on that return route. High-low dig. So good. Is he staying? He is just staying in Tampa too. I feel like we got to go back to our verticals here then, because he has only been calling Tampa 2. You know, eventually we'll have our tight end, but we should have somebody going kind of deep here too. We do have B. You can pass lead this inside to RB. It's going to catch it. Who's going to hold on to it? Who's going to take that in for the Akron touchdown? Get out of Tampa 2, buddy. At some point, we got to get out of Tampa 2. Akron somehow gets the fumble on the QB run, takes advantage quickly. The high-powered Akron offense making it 14-0. I think we're going to try just kind of a default cover 3 cloud here. Again, I don't know. Maybe we should be shading underneath because he just goes underneath so dang much. He goes right back to that. But we're going to keep laying the hits on him. If he keeps doing those, we're going to get a fumble on one of those outside guys. Yeah, I guess we'll just shade underneath this time. And then we'll get on Kamara. He's going to go right over here. We're going to get right over here. We have the hard flat. We have a shaded down hook there, and it doesn't matter. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I'm worried about the seam streak over here, and maybe I really don't need to be. Kamara, oh my goodness. See, he's waiting for us to shade underneath, and then he's going to try to go over the top. And we almost actually got there. Got there with Kamara. Maybe Anderson's the better guy to get on here, actually. Because it's just this over and over again. It's just this same exact play. It's that red zone under or something like that. And he is taking... And then he's putting a post on his tight end. That's all it is. That's all it's been here so far. Here it goes again. And where is our hook over there? What our hook on the right is doing. I mean, we could just man him up. Is that B that's doing that? I think it is. So we'll just man that up then. Oh, and then he just leaves the middle. It's just this one play over and over. I mean, it's working for him, so we can't really give him too much flack for it. I'm actually get on David and see if we can't fly down here. Oh, he goes for the deep corner. Oh, and his guy actually held on to that one. Heck of a catch there by number 1. So Kent State answers back with just the no huddle, same play over and over and over again. Gets in for the touchdown. Makes it 14-7. Let's see if he can figure something out on defense and not just come out in Tampa 2 every play. We will see. We're going to stay in our trips X nasty. I mean, this has been a good formation for us here so far. Take this outside, cut it back inside, try to get a little stiff arm. I mean, there's just no way. There's just no way. There's just no way. I mean, we're going to go for verts again and see if he's still sitting in that Tampa 2 and try to throw one pass lead inside to Williams here. He is. Oh, we got A. We potentially still could have gone to Williams there, but I don't know if he threw it inside third. He did something else on his linebacker there to try to get back to watch that. Obviously, didn't do quite enough. We'll just take it down to the end of the first here. Or did we take a timeout? Sure did. Interesting. All right. Look what a high-low dig. I mean, that's what, 125 yards for Finley so far here in the first quarter. Just staying in the strip sex nasty because he has just been staying in a lot of cover 2. This is not cover 2. Is anybody going to get back to watch the tight end here? Let's throw a Texas route over here. We can still hit that little pocket on the whip route. We might have been able to wait a second and get that to our tight end, but we'll just take the easy one. First down for Akron. Take it to the second quarter. And we're going to call a different play here, a little cross shot. So this is a play action, but we don't want it to actually be. Maybe like a Texas here. I don't know about this play. He's dropping a ton of people back. We have X. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and take that one. Nobody guarding those sidelines again. Take the easy one. I mean, we're just sitting in Tampa 2 over and over and over again. Should we go back to a run here? I mean, the slot fade wheel should be there too. That delayed route X is on. Because he's just been dropping everybody back so far. I'm curious to see. Oh, he's trying to get over there and potentially watch that himself. No, sure isn't. So we'll just take that to X. He'll find an alley after his little delayed slant. Walks in for the Akron touchdown. High-powered Zips offense strikes again. And I just realized I wasn't in a party, so there might be some weird audio cuts and things in the first half because I saw his microphone going off. But 21-7 lead for Akron. Beautiful. I'm wondering if the Tampa 2 is going to work okay against this. We're going to shade down. I'm actually just going to get on Anderson. So we can shade down and watch number 89. It's an awful tight window. He's trying to throw that in, but sure. So let's put Anderson here, shade everybody down, and maybe we get on Cooper instead? I don't know. I mean, we know eventually he's going to try to go something a little bit deeper here. I mean, thank you for knocking that out. We have so many guys right in that spot there. Somebody's got to make a play. Yeah, just red zone double under and put your tight end on a post. That's all he's doing. Then goes to the QB run. Careful there, buddy. Gotta be careful there, bud. Yeah, we're just going to keep kind of doing this for now. And then I'm just going to use her on Cooper and hope. Use number 89 here. And then see those guys, that hook like comes inside. It's really weird. I don't know why he does that. Oh no, we don't want to man you up. We want to man up the other guy. Just QB run. Oh my goodness gracious, brother. What are we doing here? Let's man that up. Shade him inside. I mean, he's still probably going to get absolutely cooked on it, but that's our idea for now. Thank you, Anderson. Thank you, Anderson. Turn the blitzer into a hook. Shade them all down to put them on 5. Get on the slant. We'll just man up the whip or something. I don't know. Connection has been lost. Akron gets the wagon wheel, takes the national championship away from Kent State. You got to run some other things on offense and on defense. I appreciate you. Shout out to you for using Kent State to try to win the national title. I don't know. Maybe you just use Kent State all the time. I'm not sure about that. But we got to call some different things. We can't call Tampa 2 every single play on defense. We can't just call red zone, whatever the heck that play is, and put a post on our tight end every single play on offense. Eventually, we're going to find something that's going to work against that offense. And eventually, I mean, it wasn't even eventually. We're going to find things that work against Tampa 2 with a playbook like Akron. So we get the we'll call it 28-7 victory, round 1 of the playoffs for the Akron Zips. That one did go a little quick. And we really only used Trips X Nasty. I mean, it was working great for us. He was sitting in one formation. We're going to sit in one formation. At least we were calling different plays. So let's just hop into practice mode and we can take a little bit of a deeper look into the Akron playbook because I do think outside of Trips X Nasty, there's some other good stuff hiding in here too. But we'll go ahead and start in Trips X Nasty. And this formation is just so good. We have a solid inside zone run here. That PA cross shot, I think, is very, very good against a lot of zone coverages. We had multiple people wide open against the cover 2 on that. And it's going to be really good against a lot of different coverages. Anything with the guys crossing from one side of the field to the other. Always going to be really good against match. Always going to be fairly good against man with the Akron receivers. I don't know how that really would have gone for us. But luckily, we didn't even have to worry about it because he was just in Tampa 2 every single play. We got an inside zone run. You have a mid draw and you have an off tackle. So runs that can kind of go up the middle and one that you can pop outside. Now the slot fade wheel. I love this play, especially down by the red zone because this route X is on. I'm sure you guys are pretty familiar with this kind of idea. It's in a few different formations, but I'm going to go ahead and call it again just so we can take a closer look. We'll just put them in a random defense. Doesn't really matter. Oh, well, man, it might not work. But just so we can, oh, no, it actually absolutely cooked them. So that route X is very, very good because the defense is actually going to react to like the slot fade and the route our tight end is on. So this is man coverage. It's not going to be the best example, but it'll at least give you an idea. We can put them into zone here. Slot fade absolutely cooks them, but everybody's reacting to those deeper routes by those guys. So like in the Tampa 2 that guy was sitting in, well, you know what? Let's put them in a Tampa 2. And that will probably be a better example of why I like this play so much. So slot fade wheel, we'll just have it flipped here. We'll put them in nickel and Tampa 2. So everybody's going to be reacting back to the vertical routes RB and A are on. So they all go away. They all have to back up, and that just leaves Mason all by himself on that left-hand side. Exactly how it worked actually in our game even. 88 and 2 going vertical, pushing those hooks back. So this is a hook, a vert hook, or whatever it is, whatever hook curl, whatever. It's a hook zone of some kind. He's on the mid read, and then we have the cloud flat over on this side. Cloud flat has to take that slot fade. The hook on the inside has to follow that tight end, and that just leaves nobody down here for our number 3. So nice, easy completion, very good red zone play, especially against, well, it did beat man, but beat Kent State's man. But a very, very good play against zone. It's a similar kind of thing to that quick fork zig. Any of those routes where you see the receiver kind of going parallel with the line of scrimmage before actually going out on a slant, they're going to run it like that, slightly delayed. High-low dig, very, very good play too. I love built-in whip routes. I love seam streaks. The deep dig can be really good. I do like throwing the Texas route on our halfback on that though. And of course the verticals. Going to absolutely torch Tampa too. I mean, we had that A wide open because he gets too deep for the cloud flat on the opposite side. The deep half is going over to get worried about the other vertical threats there. He's just kind of keeps backing up, leaves a nice pocket for us to throw that one into A. So trip sex nasty. Love that formation. That's a big reason why I actually liked Hawaii so much last year. That's where I first saw it. But elsewhere in Akron, let's see if there's anything else that really jumps off to us here. Now, this tight Y off can be a pretty good formation. Like that deep crossers play looks insane. That also would have absolutely torched Tampa too if we were bouncing around the playbook a little bit more. But again, we found something that worked. We can just stick to it. Tight end corner, very good default play. Don't have to hot route anything, especially against like some press man covers. The 2 corner routes usually do very well against cover 0. If not, we have a return route on X, a Texas route on RB, and kind of a speed out there on B. Mesh, you guys should know, I absolutely love mesh. So seeing that is great. You do have normal Y off close. Still a very good formation. Probably not as good as it was in college football 25, but it is certainly still up there with a mesh, with a Y sail, which also would have given him Tampa 2 a lot of trouble. It gives any drop zone coverage trouble because we have 3 routes going out to the right. They're not going to have 3 zones to cover all 3 of those guys. Match coverage does much, much better against that. But they don't do well against mesh spot. Another beautiful little mesh play. This red zone cross halfback choice, I hate at first it looks kind of interesting, but we have A and B are just running so dang close to each other and running right to where X stops. Not a fan of that play, but the rest of it, pretty good looking, just regular, normal Y off close. We got, of course, Y off trips weak. We see those in a ton of formations. Trips tight end. As long as you can get comfortable in some version of trips, you'll be comfortable with any playbook in the game. It seems like not all of them have trips tight end, but a lot of them will have a trips tight end, a trio halfback weak, a trips X nasty, trips, anything like that. As long as you get comfortable with the ideas of what works in one of the formations, you can kind of bounce around the different playbooks. That's what helps us so much going through all these different teams. Just finding things that work in similar formations and trying to use that same kind of stuff. The shallow dig, maybe put a streak or something, because that's getting kind of similar to what we saw out of that normal Y off close, where they're just running a little too close together for my liking. But I love those plays where everybody's kind of going from left to right or from right to left, from one side to the other, doesn't matter which side. And then your tight end kind of sneaking back the other way. Really, really good. We got a RPO in here, which is nice to mix in from time to time. So very solid trips tight end here for the Akron Zips. Now trio halfback weak. We've got another RPO, PAY cross. Just throw like a drag or something on B, and you can block your tight end or block your halfback, put him out on a wheel route, put him out on something, and that's a very solid looking play. Again, a lot of people going from left to right or vertical, just kind of clearing out a bunch of zone coverages, trying to open up that little crosser for your tight end there. Dagger sit, a lot of PA cross sits, a classic little verticals, same thing we've been talking about. A lot of good stuff here in their trio halfback week as well. We got a couple spread formations. So it's only shotgun and wildcat. That's kind of interesting. I feel like we don't see that a ton. At least I get something, some pistol, maybe a little single back or something else in there, but not with the Akron Zips. So if you like shotgun, hey, why not give it a shot? I actually kind of like this playbook. The only thing, I mean, that's not really missing a whole heck of a lot. We've got some really good spread flex plays here with like X follow, shallow cross, inside cross, Y cross. I love crossers. If you couldn't really tell, I think they're very, very good. Some fun stuff here. Hold on a second now, Akron. Now you're really catching my attention. A motion wide receiver option, a load option, and a shovel option. I apologize, Akron. I was not familiar with your game. My goodness, I love their spread flex formation. They're making their way up the list, man. It seems every so often, I mean, fairly often, with one of these teams, we go in and look at their playbooks later, and it's like, man, maybe I should use this for our online dynasty. And I honestly think Akron has gotten to that level just because of that fun stuff they had in spread flex. So they have a lot of other just good traditional stuff like in this trips, we got a lot of good middle slant, slot drive, curl flat, all good, like regular standard stuff you expect to find in a lot of these formations. And they got a good mix of those good formations. But then you get into spread flex and bring a little bit of fun, bring a little bit of motion, bring a little bit of option offense onto the field as well. And I love that. Let's check their five wide really quick. We do have a QB blast, which is nice. I always prefer a QB blast over a QB draw. I'll go double pivot. I think we had the mesh. Yeah, shallow cross. Oh, I think this Akron playbook is winning me over here a little bit. We do have a draw if you prefer quarterback draws. Hey, you got that in here in their five wide as well. So yeah, actually a really big fan of this Akron playbook. We saw how freaking explosive it was. If a guy's just going to sit in Tampa 2, we know we can pick that apart using Akron. But I think this playbook has answers for pretty much any coverage you go up against. And I mean, even in just trips X nasty, you're going to have answers for pretty much any coverage you're going to go up against and start mixing in some of the spreads, some of the other trips, some of the normal Y off, things like that. And we could be cooking here with this Akron offense. But I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That is a playoff win off the board for the Akron Zips. Next, we will be up second round of the playoffs. It is going to be the UNLV Rebels. Unfortunately, not with the go-go offense anymore, but a much more standard, still very solid looking playbook. So we'll see if we can continue this Heisman season run with UNLV next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you then. Until then, take it easy.